A policy that was first introduced by former President Trump and now Vice President Harris supports is no tax on tips. Our Philip Ward joins us now. Philip, how can this policy, what does it mean for Erie County?
Well, good evening, Mike. It depends on who you ask. Service workers think it's a great policy, but tax experts are warning that it may end up having a negative effect altogether.
Why should my good work be taxed even more?
A.J. Hanson is the general manager at the Plymouth Tavern. He's in favor of having no tax on tips, a policy first put forward by former President Trump that now Vice President Kamala Harris also supports.
We are going to not charge taxes on tips, people making tips.
Eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers.
Currently, tipped employees are required to disclose all tips over $20 per month to their employer. The federal government then collects a share of that money through income and payroll taxes. Alex Muresianu, senior policy analyst at the Tax Foundation, says after looking at the policy, he has some concerns.
First question is, why do you design a policy that just benefits sort of tip workers who do tend to be lower in moderate income, but why just them? Another concern would be, will just that group of people that you intend to benefit be the only people who benefits, and will you instead have a lot of tax planning by perhaps higher income people who you aren't necessarily trying to target?
Hanson believes the policy will help service workers and incentivize people to tip more, especially throughout the Commonwealth.
In states like Pennsylvania, where people know that the serving staff is only making $2.83 an hour, they go above and beyond when they tip.
Muresianu says the policy is a solution in search of a problem, and both candidates may be using it to score political points.
There isn't really a justification for tipped income being treated differently from wages and salaries, and so I think the ultimate motivation here is political, not really based on policy. It's higher taxes for everybody else at the end of the day.
And Mike, both Trump and Harris announced their support for the policy in Nevada, a toss-up state, which Muresianu says was not a coincidence, given that tipped workers make up more than 5% of workers throughout that state. Live in the studio, Philip Ward, Erie News Now.